John, during the stream.
Private pilot, look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, but we riding on it. More action than no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team, but we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Second and 9.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun to give to Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers, man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll get this to Lazard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Second down and goal.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over first.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Carson.
And 8 at the Packers 30.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
At their 40.
Rodgers going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Down. It's Carson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Up to make the tackle.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Back now in Seattle, Washington. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 29-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. On
first down, Rodgers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This is Carson. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 84 yards. And the Packers are back within a score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They run again with Carson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And they take a knee.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
He hits Adams, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
And the Packer.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.